Back when I was a young man, I know you may not believe it to look at me now, but I was a warrior in charge of my own dojo, and Shoryu, whose name was Ukon, was a dedicated student at my dojo, and I was his teacher. He was a man of considerable skill, and he was totally devoted. Each day he put his heart and soul into studying the martial arts. What do you think the martial arts are for?
Once mastered, the martial arts are a tool for killing. In other words, they have but one purpose, which is to take the life of your opponent.
You're hereby expelled from this dojo.
My powers are greater than ever before. No one can stand against me.
Maybe, but you see, power without perception is spiritually useless and therefore of no true value.
Useless?
Yo, they sick with the murder. Yo, they bow down to the serpent. Sacrificial blood samples extracted from virgins. If fear tactics got the whole world perverted. Stuck up at home feeling nervous. We all born with a righteous purpose. Scratching into the depths of space trapped under the surface. Microscopic organisms be lurking. Lyrics I'm dispersing. Taking humongous bong hits behind the curtains. We all born with a similar burden. Like the boulder stuck on your shoulder. Mankind gets twisted and remains getting colder. The third eye needs to stay open. Moving towards the shadows in slow motion. We all need to stay focused on the battlefield. I have the heart to kill. Born with skill. Stick up kids, gang banging the deal. Manhandle the real. Kryptonite on the mic, like man of steel. God touches broken souls who bow down to the throne. Clashing like swordsmen, slicing me to the bone. Satellites be tapping your phone while I split microphones. Rapping at night in the twilight zone. I decided to smoke so much drugs a bird's a hole in my throat. Long dagger under my coat. Dead bodies that float. Strangle your folks, watching your corpse float away in the unknown boat. Take serious note. Ring sniffing on Colombian serious coke. Trying to find rhymes before you choke. Rather hang yourself up with a rope live in public. Getting killed over some dumb shit. Wigs get split at the end of the month, kid. Dislocate your rib. Tryna smoke on a bigger spliff. Watch your family trip. Whack MCs get put in a ditch. I'm robbing the rich. Addicted like heroin addicts who itch and scratch on their balls. I was designed to crack your skull. Trying to avoid the hot flames of hell. Trapped under my spell. Drugs I've dealt, I've seen the crack melt. Losing weight, trying to adjust my belt. What is that awful smell? What is that awful smell?
Physical strength is no substitute for perception. For perception is the key which unlocks the intangible power of the spirit. You perceive nothing. Life is the result of the struggle between dynamic opposites, form and chaos, substance and oblivion, light and dark, and all the infinite variations of yin and yang. When the pendulum swings in favor of one, it eventually swings back in favor of its opposite, and thus the balance of the universe is maintained.
Interview with a vampire. Move your tongue out your mouth with the rusty pliers. Cause I've decided to turn to gold cause I'm King Midas. Lyrically excited on mic devices. Smooth criminal always looking the nicest. I'm open-minded, attempted suicidal diving. Looking at this dark continent that's divided. Constructed the art of rhyming. Deadly Spartan warriors attack like Leonidas. I'm prime timing, spiritual warfare that's intertwining. Riding on a horse like Christopher Reeves who ain't flying. Paralyzed before dying, I ain't lying. I'm blessed with perfect timing. While Babylon sends human slaves into Mother Earth's hymen to find blood diamonds. Like the planet of the apes, I enjoy climbing up on walls. Sit back, watch the Roman Empire fall. I'm trapped in the eye of the storm. I transform like Megatron. I was born out of the norm. Adolescent corrupted by visions of porn. My vision distorts, frustrated up in this court. Love watching your head get chopped off.
One well-known but rather bizarre feature of samurai culture was the practice of collecting enemy heads.
Sexual thoughts teleport into physical states. The mental situation opens up like the pearly gates. Like the supervillain, I levitate over the crowd with my rusty dagger all up in your mouth. Limbs be flying around, painting the town, rocking a different shade. Soon to witness the sharpness of my blade, slicing your face like Tarzan. I speak to the apes, running up in your place, gun clap in your face. A bunch of slithering snakes disappear and evaporate into dark holes in outer space. When it comes to lyrical murder, I devastate all my opponents. Your blood be dripping in slow motion. One of the coldest moments, like the Old Testament, I attack like the swarm of locusts, sniffing on that dope shit. Everything you spit sounds hopeless. Every punchline I've molded, hidden scriptures decoded, mixing up the potion, chill in silence and speak amongst the rodents. All mankind has been chosen on the battlefield, left with your legs broken.
How could you be worthy? You're all killers. Down in the real world, we're faced with ugly choices.
Even in South Africa, those Africans aren't faced with bayonets and aren't faced with police dogs. One thing that I found in all of my travels was that all of the Africans, not only the Africans, but the Asians and the Muslims, look upon us as their long-lost brothers.
Remain humble, stay deep in the cut. I'm covered with this lyrics, I'm living amongst the dirt and the smut. At the end of the day, you the one that's getting punched. At high school, getting jacked for your lunch. I'm that neighborhood bully with a paranoid hunch. Constantly pissed drunk, tripping off the chronic and skunk. Do what I want, jumping in front, I'm pulling up stunts. I'm living amongst that smoke that's getting held by your lung. Sell dope tracks by the ton. Illegal firearms, surrounded by kids in my hood with guns. No need to run, trapped in the wicked land of fun. I jump out of a helicopter, skydive with a plunge. Enjoy the blood that rushes to your head before you're getting hung. You all talk about increasing the peace, I'd rather focus my eyes on killing the beast. I spent enough time spilling blood on these streets. Rap Olympics where I'm jogging on beats. Long distance like an Ethiopian runner without no sneakers covering his feet. It's hard to believe, mics I retrieve, then disappear into the shadows like ninjas from the trees. Shinobi from the leaf, there's no honor amongst you thieves.
What is this? What is this, please?
I hate all the lies and deceit. It spreads like man-made disease. I hate every word that you preach. I'm tripping off the words that I speak. Hallucinate, I'm masculine like red Indian chiefs. It's just a bunch of shark-infested waters where I be. Cracking up like a fiend, surrounded by killing machines. I'm killing your dreams. I told you not to breathe. Hop back on your seat, back on your knees, and put that body back on the heap. I'm underwater where I breathe, holding in the nonsense. Time to open up the dark part of the subconscious, cause everything has its own consequence. This entire nation was built on knowledge, kid. I got mathematical concepts, quick constructing killer punchlines with deadly content. Bitch, I'm slowly moving towards my energy stored in a ghostly like looking MC standing headless with a microphone cord. My family's divorced, I'm trying to just stop these evil thoughts that's getting absorbed. Verbal abuse is what I was taught. I'm cutting your corpse with the sharp edge of my sword. Get your arm chopped off to try to battle with God. The signal's getting lost. I was born with night vision to see in the dark, so don't try to bother. I attack mics with the blade of honor. Decapitate your master, co-chilling up in the darkness. Spit raps that are heartless, sent back to the dark pit. God bless the kids. All women were constructed from Adam's ribs. The bubonic plague does exist. My mom always told me I was talented as shit. Blessed with a golden plated iron fist.
See those samurai closest to the governor? They're his bodyguards. They're famous fighters from Edo, considered top-notch even among the Yagyu. They're in a different league. Even the governor's samurai wouldn't stand a chance against those guys. Understand?
Attention is needed. The victim's vital organs be internally bleeding while I'm seeking revenge. Drowning in the deep end, grew up among snakes as your friends. Don't follow the trend, and don't try to measure your sins. Stay humble within, and keep your mind wide open. In the cipher I cause deadly commotion. Your delivery be sounding hopeless, left with your jaw broken. Over the phone you said you were the dopest so-called rapper alive. Only thing I see you is standing in line, getting shanked to death with a prison knife. From behind, shouting out for your life. Strangle you to death with the cord of the mic. We all living in strife, tripping at night, smoking on red Indian peace pipes. Hallucinating colorful stripes. Single mothers and wives get murdered in unknown rides. It's just another dead body to find. Cutting yourself, watching your spirit die. The deaf and dumb leading the blind. My rhyme schemes be enormous. The white noise makes me feel morbid. Dirty drugs I've snorted. It's just another foreigner getting deported into my world that's distorted. Surrounded by the smell of death and rotting corpses. Please take better precautions, sticking my finger down my throat to feel nauseous. The wild, wild west be smelling like horse shit. On the mic I sound flawless while time and space keeps teleporting. Boom bap raps into the DNA structure of my offspring. Cutting away a small portion, killing you like everyday abortions. Turning up the abuse, before getting hung in a noose, I'm beating you black and blue. Under a full moon I get butt naked and parading the nude. Hate to lose, robbing civilians in daytime, rocking shiny suits. In the underground was never made for the cute. Cracking your skull with the metal tips of my boots.
To serve your lord and do his bidding, is that honorable?
Of course it is.
Even if that lord is an unimportant piece of shit?
If living means bowing down to the likes of you bastards, I'd rather die on my feet with my head held high.
Well said. I agree with him.
Very well then. I'll grant your wish and send you straight to the afterlife.
Got these delusions up in my head. Yo, I'm blessed with a sixth sense while I talk to the dead. Yo, I don't talk to the feds. Got that rotten corpse under my bed. It's the devil that watches your every step. Trap yourself in your own devilish mess. On the mic I break your neck with lyrical intellect and accurately designed to leave all my opponents paralyzed all the way down their spines. At a young age I learned to rhyme. I'm like Jesus turning water into wine. I drew that invisible line. Soon to meet your demise, it's just another day to die. So try open up your mind, surrounded by murderous crime. Lurking in the depths of the night, avoid snakes with poisonous bites. And what a glorious fight. I'm victorious up on this mic as I take flight into the beyond. Foretell your life like a gypsy reading your palms. You're getting beat to death by your angry mob. Now your family's angry with God. As a kid I hated gazing up at the stars. Always getting into fist fights at local taverns and bars. Left with physical scars, walking alone up in the dark, ripping mics apart. I'm prehistoric predator like Megalodon. I'm a bloodthirsty shark that lurks in the shadows of Grassy Park.
Check it out, brand new. Hey, nice. Some blade, huh? Can't wait to do a test cut.
There's nothing new under the sun. Many warriors have been captured, penalized, sent to death by getting hung. Every word you spit be getting shunned. Almighty God be number one, no need to run. I'm cold chilling in the cut, blazing a blunt, tripping out in the sun. Faded like that serial number that's up on your gun. Sold at a low price up in the slum. Hustle crystal meth by the ton. Sex trade invade, what do you want? Blood dripping at the end of the month. A bunch of smelly cunts wanna front and show me their lyrical moves. Lyrically I put your body in a hidden tomb and get your spirit removed. Fuck your whole entire crew. I'm not amused with all the bamboozle. On the battlefield it gets bloody and crucial. Get assassinated in a Chinese restaurant while eating a bowl of noodles. While cracking sick perverted jokes. I've seen many people get strangled and choked, with blood gushing from your jugular vein after they slash your throat. Haunted by your demonic ghost like Brandon Lee, I still speak to the crows with immaculate flow, leaving your body froze. I'm killing your foes, cracking your codes while I'm smuggling drugs on the road. Make you jump up and down like a toad. Turn my lyrics to gold so that story be told.
These two will hereby be executed by decapitation and their heads put on display. Are you ready to apologize? Are you ready to grovel at my feet and beg for forgiveness?
see. I've got to admit you're much better than I expected. In fact, if we were in a dojo, I might not be able to beat you. I haven't enjoyed myself this much in quite some time. Nevertheless, I'd like to be as efficient as possible.
Yeah. Flatlines the fetish. Snapping necks for half-stepping. Getting fucked on drugs like John Lennon. Yo, the violence that keeps manifesting towards, I'm killing you with sharp swords, consumed by the dark force. Speaking to my Ouija board, before I settle the score, chopping your head clean off. Like Ted Bundy, I'm fucking your corpse, left with your guts torn, gut wrenching like anal porn, stolen bodies from the morgue. Trapped in a mental ward, mouth wide open like jaws, another smelly corpse washed up on shore. Cutting off your arms, lurking in the marsh, private like the knocks, ripping out your heart, swimming with the sharks, setting off the sparks, moving through the fog in the afterlife, on the lookout for your moms. Yo, the battle with the gods, the nine-tailed fox, ripping heads apart. 6 sadistic murder be the plot, the gore that never stops. Blood clots beating on your pulse, beating kids to death with my belt. Human heads as trophies on my shelf, the dead never tell. Death be the smell, beyond the grave God prevails, lost on my murder trail.
Impressive. You were able to dodge that.
Why don't we just get this started?
It's very easy to lose your life, lose your money at the same time, lose your wife. Physical abuse through the night, hate your horrible life, horrified by the size of my butcher knife. In the ghetto we all have the ability to throw the dice, rearrange your flight, out of sight, getting eaten from your insides like living parasites. I'm conquering deadly flows, hitting you with deadly body blows, tipping on your toes, live sacrifice taking place on the 6 sadistic globe. Nymphomaniacs rocking 6 sadistic clothes, leather straps tied around their throats, crackhead actors sniffing on big lines of coke. Undiscovered planets is where I roam, scattering your bones, murder everybody in your home. Speaking to the trolls, tamper with your soul, buried in the snow. Now your cadaver be getting eaten alive, your eyeballs eaten out by crows.
Watch your ass, or I'll try out my new sword on you someday.
Why not right now? Forget all that formal crap about coming at me one at a time. I'll take all you bitches on!
Don't even think about making it out of here alive!
You one of them? I got you, swordsman.
You're in the middle of something. Pardon me.
Hey, are you one of those so-called badasses?
Take a look at his kung fu. That is really something. His iron cloth technique is really excellent.
Yes, my lord. We saw them practicing with each other. Their kung fu is first class.
I'm sorry.
My lord, a handsome sword.
Yo, this the chosen one, scissor tongue from the land of the rising sun. Chop you with the shogun, yeah I come. Shaolin technique, guillotine, light speed, right off in the dark with the heads of 10 MCs. Iron Lord, iron sword, swinging on the battle floor. Metal shell, metamorph, rhino with the metal horn. Metal Mars, Victor Vaughn, leave you with your flesh torn. Bunch of scared bitches getting fucked like soft porn. I'm the motherfucking warlord, war with the hardcore. Bush with the desert storm, war to your front door. Spear through your chest, pin your corpse to the wall, make your fucking skin crawl.
Headless horsemen, nightmares that are getting distorted, paranormal activities that never got recorded. As I take metamorphosis while Dracula endorses the kids, brain matter gets deported quick. Over borders, digital murders on camcorders. Devilish orchestrated authors are selling their daughters, and millions of rands are getting offered. Soon to awake alive, buried in an underground coffin. Remain getting harder, conversations with the father in the life after. On the lookout for the true master. My lyrics be causing natural disasters. Fuck the freedom charter, vouchers are feeding on your carcass. I had a dead friend Marcus, cold and heartless. Spat that lyrical hard shit, blessed with that fucking miracles that God gives. Back to the kids, atomic bombs that split the wig, looking like a crackhead bitch. Skinny physique with crackhead lips, rocking a metal-plated hip, auto-trained to suck the dick. Long night trips, speak to the silverback gorillas in the mist. Life sucks, swimming in the abyss. Smoking on a sticky spliff, slicing your wrists. Overstimulated with the blood that drips, and everybody has done some dumb shit. Left on the battlefield with your lungs punctured.
The study of kung fu fighting is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them. So be careful.
South Eagle. Crouching Tiger Fist.
There's a method to the madness. Rapping guards looking lavish in my golden palace. I'll be dodging the house of flying daggers, spread like the cancer, and beat you to death with a spanner or a ratchet. Get pissed off like Bruce Banner, you little faggot. Crush your face with the gamma rays, Johnny Blaze with that liquid flame. I look like Pennywise that decides to hide in the drain, vanish for days. Construct new methods of pain, remain bombing graffiti on trains, trapped up in a deadly maze. I'm like Hannibal Lecter, scramble your brains, erase your life from the data frame, floating away in an unknown space. I'm old school like digging in crates, life ain't looking that great.
Who gives a fuck about your ugly face?
Blood splattered all over the place, looking for them fakes. I rattle the snake, eyeball fucking your date. Chop you up with helicopter blades, I spiritually trained. Got these murderous raps up on page, deadly with craftsmanship when it comes to making my blade.
I came here tonight to play chess. Nobody ever mentioned anything about a sword fight. Take the sword. The sword? Come on, give him the sword.
You want to fight? Fight with me.
I'm dangerous, I'm sipping syrup with the cyanide. Suicidal tendency, you try it and you might just die. Otherwise, I'm seeing vivid pictures of the other side. I'm down where the devils lie, looking to where the angels fly. Parental guidance is advised for all gods. Little children looking up to black skies. Boy with the black eyes, never been baptized. My ship's about to capsize, I'm dead going flatline. But is this rapping all worth it? Do I have a purpose if they telling me I'm worthless? They say fuck the hardcore, the blood and all the curses, like they wind me up in churches doing fucking praise and worship. I'll never change or rearrange my personality. Society and family can kiss my ass happily. You blind as fuck, living in a fantasy. Reality's a fallacy, so fuck you and humanity.
Go ahead. I'll start soon enough and then you'll be sorry. Well, from your stance, I shouldn't really think I'm in danger.